drag you down into his home. Don't let him drag you down. Don't let him drag you down. No, no. Don't let him drag you down. Don't let him drag you down. No, no. Don't let him drag you down.
Rainbow, ladies and gentlemen. Rainbow. Yeah, put your hands together some more of the rainbow. Born right here in the Viper's Nest. One of our own very regulars. You know, I started this thing back in 1973, and then a few years ago we got closed by ASCAP. And then what happened is we were closed for a few years. And then I came and started it back up. I came here every Thursday night, and nobody showed up. For 3 weeks, nobody showed up. Then one night, there was me and Rainbow, and we did the whole night just between the two of us. The very next week, Johnny started showing up, Charles started showing up, all the regulars started coming back, and this thing just popped alive again. And I'd like to thank everybody, and especially Rainbow, for having been so consistent and been here every time, ladies and gentlemen. So let's give him a warm round of applause again and ask for encore! Encore! Encore!
What can you do when your day is done? Where can you hide? Oh, where can you run? I feel like a wolf on the edge of the night, waiting for the moonlight, and I'm hoping it'll be alright. And I'm hoping it'll be alright, and I'm hoping it'll be alright. Picture a war where nobody comes, and all the people out saying no to the bomb. Yeah, all the boat, smoke in the smoke, with the breath there to mine, thinking of ways behind. Thanks a lot.
Rainbow! Let's hear it for Rainbow, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, man, for letting me play and Teddy for letting us do our thing. I hope that happens for a while. Peace.
Thank you. We got more people. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm Mr. Natural, your host tonight. And this place is sponsored by Sacred Grounds and now Panhandle Pizza. If you want to go get pizza and ice cream and bring it over here, you're welcome to do it. We're owned by the same people now. So now we have a much larger selection of food. And also, I would like to give a big hand for Teddy and Fiona. Teddy and Fiona! Okay, so that was our feature, Rainbow. Every week we have a feature that goes from 7 till 7:30 plus, depends on how many people are signed up. Next week, our feature is going to be Kevin McGee. And I think Kevin's here, right? Yeah. Kevin's here tonight, so he's going to give you a little sample for free, then you can pay for it next week. It's the Haight-Ashbury. What do you expect? Yeah. Anyway, so next week will be Kevin. The week after that, ladies and gentlemen, will be Connor Coughlin. Now, I looked at my internet statistics last night. It turns out the feature who has brought in the most views in the last year have been two people in particular. Ryan Casada has been the top #1 looky-loo, and Connor Coughlin has just this week beat him out. Whoa. So we now have two superstars here, and Kevin will be here, Connor will be here on the 31st. He is also, it turns out, he's coming through, he's going up to Seattle, and then he's going to come back on down to go down to San Diego. So a month later, he will be back also around, I got it down here for October. I have to straighten out my handwriting. So we'll get to see him twice. Once at the end of this month, and then after August in September, we'll get to see him again. I'll have to get this out to Johnny. Also on August 7th will be Daryl Jones. On the 14th will be Dave Thompson. And on the 21st will be Kayla and Kevin North, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin and his friend Augusta will be here also a month later. So you'll get to see Kevin twice, one with his lady friend Kayla, who is one of the most kick-ass singers we've had come through here in a long time. They're going to be giving us a full half hour of their time that night. So please, please, please show up on the 21st. And then they're going to be doing it again October 23rd. Be doing it with a friend of his called Austin. So, first of all, this is when we start the regular open mic. The rules are simple. For you singers, songwriters, you get 2 songs, no more than 10 minutes. If you come up here and play one song that's 14 minutes long, I will cut you off after 10 minutes. We can't let it go further than that. We ask you, I will come up to each of you before your set and tell you that you're up next. That's the time to tune your guitar and get ready. You can go outside and tune up or go into the bathroom and tune up and then come out here. We don't want you to come up on stage and do all that stuff. It takes time. And for every minute you waste up here on stage, it keeps getting pushed back, until finally 2 or 3 people can't come up here at all. So we ask you to spend your time wisely and push it forward if you can. If you have one song you want to lay on us, that's fine too. I appreciate that. Not everybody has to play all the time, especially the regulars. So, we have 3 simple rules that we have here. Oh, by the way, poets can get 8 minutes. For those of you who are doing spoken word, we'll give you 8 full minutes. We have 3 simple rules. Rule number 1 is very simple. It's just shut the fuck up. Okay, so you can actually hear the artist. This is about the artist. Rule number 2, please do not play along with them. Please do not sing along with them. Do not play in between sets. Again, just shut the fuck up. If the artist wants you to play along or sing along, they will ask you. And if they ask, then I ask you to participate 120%. put everything you have into it. But then when the next artist comes up, shut up again. It's very simple. Because often when we get a lot of new people here, and when new people come up here, if you try to play along and you're better than them, you'll throw them off. So the idea is to let the artist tell you what they need, and we supply it, including good, lovely attention and manners. And the third rule, and to me the most important one, is if you hear something you don't understand or don't like, applaud anyway. Okay? It's about making this person up here feel comfortable about coming back. We have a reputation for doing that, and I'd like to keep it. Okay? So, first up, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Hernandez.
So, I assume most, if not all of you, have heard about the airline tragedy today?
Yeah.
Oh, today?
Today, yeah. Malaysian plane flying over Ukraine got shot down by a missile, passenger jet. Last I heard, they didn't know exactly what the circumstances were. They're assuming it was mistaken military transport or something by the Ukrainian forces, and shot it down. 290 some odd people.
Oh, God.
Gone. So anyway, as I was sitting home thinking about that, this is today's, hasn't been played anywhere, so yeah. So. Angels fly as airplanes fall. Such a big sky can't save them all. Gotta wonder why. What's the sense in it all? When angels fly as airplanes fall. Question why? Try to make sense. No real answers, just excuses in defense. Politicians sitting like pigeons on a wall, then falling off that fence when angels fly as airplanes fall. Vaya con Dios, camito y cu, gains he mit dem Gott. Allez avec Dieu, consam mit God, Giogen, stupes boken, go with God, may you be free there. Angels fly as airplanes fall. 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 Such a big sky can't save them all. Gotta wonder why. What's the sense in it all? When angels fly as airplanes fall. Angels fly as airplanes fall. So many died, so many cried, no justice at all. Allez avec Dieu, Cheyushen, stupes bogen, go with God, may you be free then. Angels fly as airplanes fall. airplanes fall, angels fly. As airplanes fall, angels fly. As airplanes fall. Okay, so
That's all right.
I can go kind of political. I can go just stupid and funny. I can go.
Especially after that last one. How about
I
stupid
can-
and funny?
Yeah, well, this is probably about as stupid as funny as I'll get at the moment. I played this one a few weeks ago, but I'm kind of having fun with it. Let's bring things back up now. Yeah. Okay, you've all heard of this. And just sing along, of course. Sing along. When people see my guitar, they ask what kind of music I play. Never gave it much thought before, but now I know what to say. There's no particular genre to which each tune is bound. As far as me and my songs are concerned, it's all just folking around. Just folking around. We like to folk all day. And once we're all folked up, it's all we want to folk and play. Got its own folking sound while we folk the night away. When the folk comes down, it's all just folking around. When the folk comes down, it's all just folking around. Sing along. Just folking around. 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 I may be driving my car or sitting on a sandy beach, but when that folkin' song comes along, I'm always within reach to catch the lyrics and melody that are waiting to be found and written down. As far as my tunes are concerned, it's all just folking around. Just folking around. We like to folk all day. And once we're all folked up, it's all we want to folk and play. Got its own folking sound while we folk the night away. When the folk comes down, it's all just folking around. Oh, when the folk comes down, it's all just folking around. Sing along. Just folking around. 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 When the folk comes down, we're all just folking around. So if we happen to meet at a bar, coffee house, or out on the streets, don't pay no never mind to what it's called, as long as it's sounding folkin' sweet. Just folkin', sing, folkin', dance, clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake the ground. As far as me and my friends are concerned, it's all just folkin' around. Here we go. Just folkin' around, 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 just folkin' around. When the folks come down, we're all just folkin' around. What are we doing? When we come down, we're all just folkin' around. Here we go.
Johnny Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that name. He also has a website called Nouveau Coke, in which you can find every song. He's just about every song he's ever written, including words. He's got words, he's got albums and individual songs, and he's made them all public domain, so you people can use them. So here's one artist who's sharing everything they've got, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'm going to ask to the stage to bring up Mario and Step.
everybody, welcome. I'm so happy to be here today. I was walking through the Tenderloin the other day, and after I walked a couple blocks, I wrote this song. Spooky hiding there in the sand, spooky. You better watch where you stand, spooky. Right there by that bush, and if you step in the wrong place, you'll feel a little swoosh, and you'll have spooky all right there on your shoes, and you can even take spooky home with you, spooky. The smell I can't stand, I'm throwing my room like he's in the garbage can, 'cause I stepped on spooky, walked there through the trees, and it was a moonlit night, and I can barely sleep. It was soft and squishy as I stepped on that pile, and I smelled that smell, and I almost died. Spooky, right there by that bush, spooky. Watch out for getting on your foot, spooky. The smell I can't stand. True story, right? Spooky, my friend and me were 3 years old, and my friend spotted Spooky hiking in the toilet bowl. His mama came running and said, son, don't do that, gotta taste like chicken, maybe chicken. Spooky, all over the place. Spooky, don't get a tear on your face. Spooky, all over the neighborhood. Little song about overpopulation of the human species. And there's gonna come a time where Mother Nature can absorb our waste. I think we already got to there. Spooky, it's all over the neighborhood. Spooky, slow ground. I did wrote that song 2 days ago. Yeah, man, I stepped on that pile and I smelled that. I threw my tennis shoes away. These are my old tennis shoes that I'm wearing right now. But,
oh, you mean your tennis shoes are perfume?
I threw them away, man. I'm not gonna take that smell home with me. No way. Anyway, that was a true story. I just wrote that song for this, so I hope you all like it.
I told you. You didn't wrote that 2 days ago.
This song I wrote, this is my last greatest hit. It was on the radio for a little while. It goes like this. See if you can keep track with me. Yourself a crack pipe, get a marijuana pipe, everything be alright except for doing still pipe, blowing out the carbon monoxide out the air, you and me. Look as they go by, all safe, all kind of size. They got 4 wheels and a 2-inch tailpipe, going them they don't just feel they come out that tailpipe, they blowing out right here, you and me did nice. Yourself a crack pipe, get a marijuana pipe, everything be alright except for doing still pipe, blowing out the carbon monoxide now, blowing it out day and night, you and me. Maybe getting that you call it. teeth, have my back tennis and everything. Back five, get me one five, get all that bullshit, just get out tonight. All them golfing knocking out the air, you and me. I don't even get high no more, did I tell you? And I stopped smoking too. All I gotta do is walk down a street in San Francisco, get carbon monoxide out to my brain is so risco. Stay home tonight, don't put that gas pedal down, no, not tonight. Wait a minute, let them things. My grandkids got a breeze in the future too. Just, it's all, I can't breathe. So much coffee, I think it was a decent one, G. Oh, man, it's so sweating. I don't know how this story's gonna end and get electric car again. Something like that, anyway. Thanks very much, everybody.
Let's hear it for Marco
Thank you very much.
and Step, ladies and gentlemen. Step will be back a little bit later on. So, who is innocent? Okay, you'll be after the next person. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage,
Who's guilty?
Kevin
Who's guilty?
McKee.
Who's guilty?
Good.
Well, you know, you ask who's innocent and only one person raised their hand.
There you go.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good. Yeah, thanks for coming out to hear some live music. In one of the cool places to do so.
And next week you're our feature.
I am, yeah. So if you're not doing anything next week at the same time, come on out and let them play more than 2 songs for all of you. So this first song was inspired by a very beautiful and haunting Peter Weir film called Picnic at Hanging Rock. It's called Miranda. She isn't always walking in the sun. She sometimes isn't sure she's anyone. You see her when you're driving in your car, and suddenly you don't know where you are. A million miles lay hidden in the rose, the rock, the tree, the stream, the piper knows. If you find her, you're lost to everyone. Fading in the west when the autumn comes. Follow till you can't go very far. Up around the bend, a fleeting star. Then suddenly, when the darkness seems complete, she's burning through your mind, bright gold and sweet. clock is ticking somewhere in the sky. When twilight cools the shifting sands, spirits fly. Old silver walking liberty is a clue. A looking glass, and she is you, I'm Kevin Patrick McGee. There's another Kevin McGee. There's a million Kevin McGees all over the place. And there's another singer-songwriter on the East Coast named Kevin McGee. So Kevin Patrick McGee. So that's the way you can find me. This next song is an Oregon love song. It's called You Do. You come back, all your crazy pictures. You come back, all your tattooed walls. You come back, like a town without a zip code. You come back to old White Horse Falls. In the cave down by the sisters, the crater gaze in blue and snow. In Corvallis, the aurora borealis don't shine. But you do. In the sack, but I'm only sleeping. On the rack, crying it feels good. Got my pack, but it's almost empty. Hitched a Mac, being banded by dawn. In the cave down by the sisters, the greater gaze in blue and snow. In Corvallis, the aurora borealis don't shine. But you do. Looking back from across the border, hear your laugh in my memory. Past is past, but I can't let you go. Down the tracks in California. In the cave down by the sisters, the greater gaze in blue and snow. In Corvallis, the aurora borealis don't shine. But you do. In the cave down by the sisters, the greater gaze in blue and snow. In Corvallis, the aurora borealis don't shine. But you do. But you do. But you do. But you do.
Kevin Patrick McGee. So next week from 7 o'clock until 7:30. Last week we had a tall blonde kid who was here that writes songs exactly like Kevin. Later I'm going to try to get on the internet and show him. But it was really quite amazing to see that there was another person with the exact same style and goes about it a little bit different.
I've got a doppelganger.
You got a
I gotta
doppelganger,
find him.
except he's young and prettier.
Oh, okay.
Watch out, man.
All right. Well,
You know
I'll
how
work
you know
on-
how fickle YouTube is.
I'll work on that.
Work on that. Okay, so up next, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome, we got a newbie, and you know how we love to sacrifice virgins up here at the sacred grounds. So please bring to the stage Innocence, ladies and gentlemen. Guitars are very, very loud there. It's your voice. Trust me, I've been doing this since 1973. Okay.
Hi, my name is Eno, or Innocent Eno for short. I'm gonna play now. Oh, this is a song I wrote for some kids when I worked at the camp a couple of years ago. It's called Belief. I am stronger than even I think I am. Last so much longer than any ordinary man. I have the power. I can make the rules. I just have to will it. I can make it true. See, I can do anything, no matter what it might be. And all I gotta do is set faith, believe in me. It's just how you can do anything that you put your mind to. And all you gotta do is set faith, believe in you. I know you can do it. You got what it takes. Keep fear going through it. We all make mistakes. Anything is possible. I see it in you. Just have to try. Be surprised what you can do. 'Cause you can do anything that you put your mind to. All you gotta do is have faith, believe in you. It's just how I can do anything, no matter what it might be. And all I gotta do is have faith, believe in me. We can move mountains if we take a stand. We can be that change. Oh yes, we can. But no more waiting. It's our time to try. Who better to rule the world? You and I. 'Cause we can do anything, no matter what it might be. And all we gotta do is have faith, believe in me. It's just how we can do anything,
thinking about. It's a good song for them.
This next song, I don't really have a name for it, now that I think about it, but it's basically about you going your own way. That's it. First they'll say, who do you think you are? You think that you can do everything we've done thus far? Trying to tell you that you ain't a superstar. Your greatness isn't impossible, it's just hard. So fuck what they say. It's never over till it's over. You need to go your own way. And we go, I don't know. I mean, this world is so big, uncharted is so cold. What if I try to make it and they just hate it and say no? I couldn't take it, I better just not go. Go anyway. It's never over till it's over. You need to go your own way. Then they'll go, well done, well done. And they say, look what you did, look how far you've come. We always knew you would make it. We always knew you would make it. Say they always knew you would make it. All of a sudden I'm your favorite. But I love what they say, 'cause I know it's never over till it's over. I know I need to go my own way.
Innocence, ladies and gentlemen. Innocence.
Wonderful.
Does somebody have the house guitar? The house guitar was just here, Steph was just playing it. Has anybody seen it? Because we're gonna need it for some other people. Nobody's seen the house guitar?
Where's Steph? Maybe he took a look.
I just talked to Steph, he says he doesn't have it. Hard to believe, but. Okay, well, the house guitar is missing. We have some people that are gonna need a guitar, so we'll need to borrow some guitars from people. We have picks, a capo, and a tuner up here if you need it. And I'll try to find the house guitar. So up next, I'm bringing to the stage Sarah, ladies and gentlemen, and she is going to be doing one of Johnny's songs. So I've asked Johnny to come up and play the guitar with her. I like to break my own rules once in a while.
You gonna sit on the stool or something? Talk what songs you wanna do.
mic up a little bit?
There you go again, making my heart beat just a little bit stronger. There you go again, making me laugh just a little bit longer. Why isn't that the room lights up every time you walk in? I know I shouldn't blame it on you, but there you go again. There you go again. Always got something nice to say. There you go again. Figuring out if there's a better way. Why isn't that I'll wait for you no matter where, no matter when. I know I shouldn't blame it on you, but there you go again. There you go again, taking my breath away. There you go again, making me wanna stay. There you go again, being my best friend. No, I shouldn't blame it on you, but there you go again. 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 No, I shouldn't blame it on you, but there you go again. There you go again. Wandering through my fondest dreams. There you go again. No matter where you are, you're still right here with me. Thankful for the joys and tears, the love without an end. I know I shouldn't blame it on you, but no, I shouldn't blame it on you, but no, I shouldn't blame it on you, but there you go again.
Can we get one more second? I'm a goddess in my own little town. Might sound complicated, but it's really quite simple. What I see in myself, I see in my face. My body is a product of the thoughts that I create. If I change my life, I change my state. If I change today, I change my fate. So who I'm gonna blame when I'm feeling jaded? Who I'm gonna blame when I'm feeling wasted? Who I'm gonna blame when my hope is faded? This is the life that I created. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Just to visualize the things that you need. Life has a way of bringing you these opportunities. It's illogical, doesn't make any sense. Is there more to this than just coincidence? Concentration, meditation all directly result in a manifestation. And I like to express my appreciation for the beautiful things I have in my life. Not all caught up in the pain and the strife. I just think about the things I want to see, and I see, and I see, and I see. What you see is what you got. What you see is what you get. just decide. What you see is what you got. What you see is what you get. That's one thing I can't forget. That's one thing I can't forget. Thank you.
Sarah, ladies and gentlemen, Sarah.
Good song, Sarah.
We found the house guitar. Steph was kind enough to put it away.
Sarah, give the roommate.
We like to leave it out here because other people need to use it. We have two poets and a comic tonight. And
Yeah.
one of the poets is somebody who's not been here before, who I often go Wednesday or Saturday just to see him. So I'm excited he'll be up here later. But right now I'd like to bring our first wordsmith up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Buford.
This is called running under fly balls. Mostly I played right field when I didn't pitch and used to run under the hurdling horsehide cover, cork at its center, me running, neat's foot oil, covered gloves, smelling much like my inability to catch a damn thing. But when I pitched, though not perfect there either, I enjoyed looking in at the catcher and his round glove, providing a target for me maybe to hit if the batter didn't wallop it wood-like first. The victory that night was the first game I ever pitched in a baseball uniform. My grandfather there, his soft, deep voice cheering from a lawn chair behind the ballpark's chain-link fence. There's this great writer's workshop that I don't usually go to because I'm teaching, but I went to it today in Tenderloin with Robert Smith and some other people. This came out of it. I feel centeredness. I feel centeredness even though I've been off from work, from summer school teaching for a week, except for one day when I got called for a job and the class was already on a field trip. The older secretary gave me credit for working an entire day on my timesheet and urged me not to turn the timesheet in for a few hours that day so that it looked as if I actually worked. Obviously, she was cool. And I work hard most of the time with my developmentally challenged students in the San Francisco schools, so I didn't feel too guilty. A month off the rest of the summer, and it sounds good if I don't party too much. Since I'm recovering from alcohol addiction for 30 years, that doesn't sound too hard to me. Just filling in the time without my summer 4.5 foot, 70-pound student and my school year 6'2", 200-pound students is all I have to do. Baseball helps, as some of the writers in this room know about me. The Giants have been off because of the Major League All-Star game, except for right fielder Hunter Pence and pitcher Tim Hudson. I don't have a TV, but even though I do have a radio, I didn't listen because I'm such a religiously fanatical Giants fan, I didn't bother listening or watching at the neighborhood laundromat. I'll go out to the ball game and stand and watch for free next week at the Giants AT&T Park. I've learned greater acceptance, I think, from my special ed students. They require great tolerance, being very different from the mainstream public school students and from humans in general. They can't do what a lot of people can do. But I think in some ways that's good, since they're not the boring same old, same old. They require their teachers and probably anyone else they come in contact with to listen more intensely, since they're probably not going to say things in the same way or at all like the mainstream people do. They're like a, quote, subset of humans, as we all are, just probably not in the same way.
Buford, ladies and gentlemen. And now bringing to the stage the one, the only Lotus, ladies and gentlemen.
Where's Danielle? N-I-L? Okay, you'll be up after.
Hello, hello, hello.
They were the only copies. That was somewhere gone.
Sorry.
Me too.
Ah,
I'll try to do some stuff from memory.
I'm very tired, but I came here anyhow. So,
There'll be one person after her again.
I just figured I'd get a second wind,
Okay, thanks.
just being here. Wishful thinking tonight. I'm gonna do one of the first songs I ever wrote. And you've heard it before, and you'll probably hear it again, because it's one of my favorite songs. Part-Time Baby Blues. Want me a full-time daddy, one who's gonna love me each and every night. I said every night. I want me a full-time baby, Lottie better love me right. I say right. All the pretty part-time papas leave you
Lotus, ladies and gentlemen, Lotus. And now we have another Sacred Grounds virgin who's not been here before, and you know we just love to sacrifice virgins here and give them our very best. So please welcome to the stage Danielle. Daniela.
Put your hands together for Neil. You'll be next row.
Thank you.
I'm going to play a song I wrote called Snooze. I'll press the snooze. Continue this unruly cautioning underlying pull. It's suicide the way you're planted in my mind. And maybe someday the race will subside. But until then, the tide thrives. Nestle inside. Watch everything. It just collides and it's alright. I'll set the rules aside. I'll take another time and maybe someday the pace will subside. But until then, the tide thrives. I said, wake me up in the morning, give me another warning. I said, oh, wake me up in the morning, get me going, give me another warning. The next one I'm going to do is called Time Frame. Sorry, I'm not used to playing on a big guitar. I'm used to playing on baby, so I'll have to bring it. I'm used to your fluid commentary. It picks up like the breeze. I wanna breathe shade. Oh, oh. But we stay where the clouds lay in the time frame. Just lift me, just lift me. We could rest peacefully. Just lift me, because we stirred, we swallowed, and oh, we swallowed sympathy, and we let things breeze by. I trace your picture perfect tree. If you would just lift me, and meet me, just meet me underneath.
Daniela, thank you very much, Daniela. And now we're going to get another poet laureate. Do you stand or sit?
I prefer to sit, actually. It's better for
So
me.
now let's welcome to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Smith. This gentleman, I have been going every Saturday to the open mic here to hear this guy because he can only make it here on Saturdays. This is the first time he's ever been here, so let's give him another big warm round of applause.
Like a commercial. Can you hear me now? I am very happy to be here tonight at the Thursday Night Music Group. I've been writing poetry for more than 40 years, and I'm going to give you a different set than I had planned because something happened just now that's never happened before. And that is that, as Buford said, we went to Robert Harry Robin's write-on workshop at Faithful Fools today. And I wrote 2 new poems there that I was very pleased with, and I had them in my pocket, and I have lost them between there and here, and there were no other copies. So,
I hate when that happens.
well, I mean, as I said, I've been at it for 40 years, and this is the first time it has.
Wow.
So pardon me if I do a few hesitations. Lotus said something about golden oldies. I'm going to try to read from memory some poems that I used to do at Maxwell's Cafe in Hoboken in the 1980s, and hoping that I can remember a few of them to give you some idea what I was going to say what I did then anyhow. This one dates from about 1984, and it's called The Death This Year. The death this year has been an ordinary death, of the kind that attracts no mourners. I have grown slightly older in a town with many boarded windows and streets smelling of urine. I write poems because I can no longer remember the touch of my hand on a woman's breast. One has to love something. Now the next one's actually a little bit earlier, and it is, I think, the best poem that I've written in my life, if I can manage not to screw it up. It's the one that I feel good about in 40 years. And it's a historical poem called New World, and it starts with an epigraph from a book called New England's Prospect, published in 1639 by a man named William Wood, who had been a visitor to early Massachusetts and then wrote a guidebook telling potential settlers what to expect in New England. And William Wood's New England's Prospect was not entirely accurate, so I quote from him, and he says, "Concerning lions, I will not say that I ever saw any myself." Okay, New World. We arrived in the dead of winter. Ponds and streams were clogged with ice. That spring the soil brought forth stones and sharp hooks of yellow bone. Some said these were Satan's teeth and prayed fervently. Lions were heard within the black underbrush within a mile of Plymouth. Their howling surprised us at prayer. The pale wings of open Bibles beat in our hands. Hymns rose like smoke. Well, I could do that a little more smoothly if I had it in front of me, but I hope something of it came across. And another early one from the Hoboken period that I like a lot, which is called The Visitors. And I used to say this was a poem about ghosts. I think it's actually a poem about memory. And it started out as a sonnet, but then it deliberately breaks down into free verse at the end as it becomes more dreamlike. The Visitors. Tonight the darkness finds the door again and enters without knocking. Now the dead, blinded and bodiless, hover here like friends, repeating to themselves the words they've said through 20 or 100 lifetimes, tongues rimmed with a fire fainter than starlight. They gather lives like half-remembered songs, old melodies they never quite get right, and entering our dreams, they reinvent the past. What river is this? What garden? What copper sunlight spilling through the trees? Thank you. You're very kind considering the unaccustomed desperation of my situation this evening. There is a couplet, a two-line poem that I wrote when I was sharing an apartment in Hoboken with a college friend of mine. And he just always loved this one, and fortunately it's brief enough that I can remember it. I don't know why he liked it, but you'll let me know if you do. This is called Walking Alone at Night. The stars shine more brightly here than they ever do above cities. They are like words of a language so old, the sky itself has forgotten. So this is the point in the set. I'm not sure, Mr. Natural, how much longer I have. 2 minutes? I can either try to make up something or desperately hope I remember another one of the older ones.
We'll never tell the difference.
Well, so much the better if you don't. Darn, I wish I could remember those poems from this afternoon. What else do I have? I'll think of things I could have read when I get home. You know, I recently had a poem that I wrote for Buford, actually, which was published in a journal called Clover. And Buford, as most of you know, is a huge Allen Ginsberg fan. And he loves to get up here on Saturdays and read Allen Ginsberg's Sunflower Sutra. So one day I said to Buford before the Saturday reading, just as a joke, you know, I could do Sunflower Sutra as a haiku, and, you know, just for the heck of it. So it was called Sunflower Sutra Haiku, and let's see, it goes, ruined sunflower, no, rusted locomotive, ruined sunflower stands tall above Sunset Hills. So, really, I'm sorry because this is the first time I've heard, most of you have heard me. If I hadn't lost what I planned on reading, I'd have given you a much nicer set, but maybe I'll see you again.
Please.
Thank you so much.
Robert Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Spoken like a true Smith.
That was was horrible. I mean, what was I gonna do?
Around here it's great.
That was good.
Thank you.
The improv guy.
Spontaneous, man.
Robert has been doing this his whole life. He actually taught poetry. He actually has studied with other great poets. You're looking at a guy who's just made this his whole life. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, the person who's got number 2 on our list of highest views on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Casada.
You made this our haunt now.
By the way, for those of you who'd like to know, we have 197 viewers now, pretty regularly, and we've had over 47,000 views since we've started this in the last few years. So it's catching up. Ryan Casada, ladies and gentlemen.
I wrote this song for my mom a few days ago, and she's watching right now. She stayed up so that she could hear it. So hi, Mom, and yeah, this is for you.
It's pointed at you. Now try saying hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Sorry, got out of the way.
Mama's by the piano, convincing me to play. She says that I got talent, but I don't see it that way. Mama says I'm gonna be a star, so I try for a lesson. Mama's in the living room, mixing that red sauce, and I'm tapping white keys while I know she's getting older. And when I hit the blue notes, Mama smiles, quite the same as she did when I was a child. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama, she's my biggest fan. Mama's in the driver's seat, taking me to my gig. Well, I'm sweating curveballs, cause it's the first time I'll ever sing. And still, Mama feels like she's won, even when my words don't come. Mama's in the kitchen, mixing that red sauce, while I'm running around the world, learning how to busk. And Mama, she'll be there, still be my greatest fan, even when the whole world forgets who I am. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama, she's my greatest fan. Mama's in the front row, standing with my fans, while I'm under the light, she's singing every word I says. When everybody claps, Mama cheers, and she means it most. Mama's at the merch table while I sign autographs. She's taking my picture like it's the last one she'll ever have. But Mama, she must know, oh, she must know that I play every show for her still. Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama, she's my greatest fan. Thanks. You guys have any like requests? Didn't plan another song, so there's a song you want to hear. Psychedelic Alligator. All right. I'm going to New York in a few weeks to record my next record, and this song will be on it. Your train might be stuck, or going nowhere. I'm here on the platform. I feel you getting near, 'cause baby, you're groovy. Thank you. My name is Ryan Casada. You can find me on iTunes.
Ryan Casada.
Bye, Mom.
Mrs. Casada, I do my best to keep my eye on your son, but he is a teenager, you know.
You're not a teenager.
And now I'd like to welcome to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, time for a little laughter, some belly laughs from Colin Holtz.
Oh, yeah. They made a lot of Land Before Time movies, man. Like, they made so many Land Before Time movies, they gotta be in the present by now,
Right.
you know? Yeah. The next Land Before Time movie's just gonna be Littlefoot
The Jetsons.
getting pumped into a gas tank. Global warming, Littlefoot's revenge. So, one guy, he was making a mistake on this math problem, and when I corrected him, he looked me dead in the eye, and he said, "Well, that's your math, that's not my math." Math isn't an opinion. If it was, I wouldn't have failed 2 semesters of it. But I did graduate high school, and then I graduated college, and remember when those were accomplishments? But I never thought that the first 2 times I'd see tassels, they'd be on our heads, you know? Now what I like to do is, I like to Photoshop myself over other people's selfies on top of mountains or in foreign countries and post those to Facebook. Gives me a certain amount of vindication. One of my old teachers will like it, because they always told me I never get anywhere by plagiarizing. Literally and figuratively showed you, Miss Eggenberger. I used to go, when I was a kid, I'd go to summer camp, and one time this kid, he stole a hot dog from a mess hall, and then he carved the most realistic looking hot dog penis I've ever seen. And what he would do is, while you had your back turned and you were admiring the sunset, he would unzip his fly and stick the hot dog penis in his zipper, and then he'd yell, "Hey! Hey!" And then you would go from sunset to sundown real fast. But here's the thing, he got me with it 3 different times, and he used the same hot dog penis for the entire week of camp. And he just carried it around with him in his front pocket. So by the end, it was just like ratty and tattered, a little green, but it still looked real. So you were like, "Oh my God, it looks like a real penis, but you should probably get that checked out."
Right.
My compliments to the chef.
Well done.
I want to take you guys back now all the way to like elementary school, middle school, maybe high school, gym class. You might have had a dancing unit. I don't know if maybe. Or an activity where you had to hold hands with everybody at least once, right? Just so nobody felt left out. It was your turn to hold hands with a kid who had sweaty hands. Let me just say, I'm sorry! Like, why couldn't we just be friends, man? It was really bad. Like, it got really bad when I got into high school and I went on my first date. And there are limited options when you're in high school going on a date. And most of them involve places where you're gonna be holding hands. So we ended up going to the movies. It was me, the girl I'm on a date with, and then her girlfriend, Charisse, right? And I'm like doing everything possible not to hold hands with this girl. I'm telling her stories, like, "Oh, why don't we lock arms? Or why don't I hold onto your wrist where you have the cuff of your sleeve?" You know? And it gets to the point where her girlfriend leans over and she goes, "Hey,
she wants to hold hands with you. Are you not getting this? So we're holding hands, watching a romantic comedy that is Shanghai Nights, and the movie's over. She goes to the other side of the theater with her friend, and I can hear her, and she says, "He was nice, but his hands are so sweaty." And I was like, "I know, that's why I didn't want to do it." That is why I'm so glad it's socially acceptable to fist bump now. Goddamn relief. I've been getting hit on by a lot of cougars recently, which is weird because there's only a short amount of time in your life where you can say you've been getting hit on by cougars. As you get older, they just become women. But she showed me a picture of her kids, and her kids are only a year younger than I am, and her son can clearly beat the shit out of me. Alright? But if I went home with her and he saw me in the kitchen, it's like I've already won. Even if he's beating me up, it's like, who's your daddy? But it's kind of intimidating being hit on by older women, so I went home, I did some research, and like all the articles that show up online, say from Canada to South America, it's a stalk and ambush predator. Obviously they're talking about the cat, but then when you look at the images, it's just a bunch of old blonde women in bikinis, which is going to make for some really weird second grade science reports. In order to get an image of the actual animal, you have to look up mountain lions, which there's no punchline there. One of my friends, she is obsessed with serial killers. She loves serial killers. One day she said, "Hey, Colin, did you hear about that serial killer who's about to be executed? Apparently, he was racist." That's what she was upset about. And I thought, oh my gosh, I need to marry this girl, because she'll let me get away with murder. I've been having a lot of bad thoughts recently. Like a lot of, not bad as in I want to hurt people or I want to hurt myself, but bad as in the quality is very poor. I'll be walking down the street and just looking around, I'll think the most inane things like, oh, that's a green awning. Is that lime? No, it's a lime awning over there. This one's more of like a teal or a forest green. You know? All right. It's terrible thoughts. A lot of people in my family have cancer. Like, a lot of people in my family have cancer. And at family gatherings, my relatives will come up to me and they're like, "Hey, Colin, you must be getting a lot of great material." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." Because everybody loves jokes about cancer patients. So I have to explain to them that a joke is the shit that life hands you, plus time equals humor. When they say, "Hey, make jokes about us," but all that comes out is, "Probably not. In your lifetime." And if you didn't laugh at that joke, you totally should. Because it's what they would have wanted. And if you're still not laughing at that joke, I could really use your support right now. All right, thank you very much. Have a good night. Mr. Natural.
By the way, my friend Granny Rose loves serial killers. When she came to San Francisco to visit me, I once said, "Well, let's go take the Haight-Ashbury Flower Power Tour." And she said, "No, I don't want to take the Flower Power Tour. I've had all the hippies in my life I need. Do you have any serial killer tours of the Haight-Ashbury?" And unfortunately, there weren't any. So I called a friend of mine, Tom, who specializes in ghosts. And he took her on a tour of all the ghost adventures here in the Panhandle and in the Haight-Ashbury. And she said, "You know what would make it better?" And I said, "What, Rose?" And she said, "If he added serial killers to the to the list." So anyway, I would like to bring up to the stage now, ladies and gentlemen, Amrit, please, up to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know Jorge, who used to be here, and we loved him a lot. This is the guy who was responsible for bringing him here and bringing so much joy. And I hope we get to see him again in the future. I think he's in San Diego or something.
He's come back, so
Is he?
I'm trying to get him.
All right, get him to come on back. So let's hear your hands for Amrit, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. So my name's Amrit Kohli, and this song is called "Goodbye for Never Leaving Me," and it's about an old friend of mine, an ex-boyfriend, who he didn't make it. So I wrote a song for him. When I think back to that water park, it seemed like a lifetime before you died. I remember it haunts me every time I see what we once were. What we once were. 'Cause you're gone from me, oh, you're gone from me. Those were the times worth remembering. So what am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do now? You became the birds that watched over me. 'Cause I know you're flying high, much like I was that day at the water park. That day at the water park. A lifetime before you died. You had a lifetime before you died. And I had that life with you. I had that life with you. So this is my goodbye. Not because you're gone, but because you never left. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving me. Actually, this is a song I wrote. Jorge was playing with me, and I rarely ever have played with people. I don't know. That's just because I don't know, for whatever reason. And I've been playing for a long time. And Jorge played lead on this, and I just came up with this while we were playing. It's called Demons. There comes a time when you have to take a seat to all that you're going through. You leave it alone so you can stay alive. So I go it alone from now to the end of time. I can say that 'cause I have witnessed the end of time. Lowly little construct we know as time. On and on it is gone in our minds. None of it means much at all, 'cause like I've been saying for years, time is an illusion. Time is an illusion. So sit down with me for a while, let me show you the way down from here. There's a fast way and a slow way to get home. So why don't we dare to take them both? Let's take them both. And while you're at it, bring your demons and place them at my door. Bring your demons and place them at my door. 'Cause I face the ones I know. Maybe you know some that I don't know yet. Maybe you've met some that I have yet to meet. Either way, I refuse to be afraid of what I don't know. To be afraid of what I don't know. Thank you very much.
Amrit, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Amrit.
Jorge, my lovely.
I will, definitely.
I don't know if any of you people have ever seen Jorge before, but if you want to see what a tornado looks like when it's confined to one spot, you gotta watch it play. I mean, really, the energy is absolutely unbelievable. So, although he doesn't look terribly old, he's actually one of my longest and oldest and dearest friends. Welcome to the stage, Danny Ames, ladies.
Hey guys. So, I'm probably going to be true to form. I
probably never played more than 5 minutes in a single set, and I've been allowed 10. So I've been in Florida and Phoenix, and you know, I was swimming out in the ocean in the Atlantic, and found out later there was a purple flag alert. Like, how are you supposed to find these things out? Don't you watch the news? I mean,
What's a purple flag?
I'm about to go there.
Yeah.
Purple flag alert is when somebody was bit by a shark.
Oh. Oh.
75 stitches.
Oh.
And I went out to the buoys, which are the demarcation zone
Right.
between the vessels and where you can swim, which is like 900 feet out there. Like, okay. So, anyhow, I survived the shark bite. And so I got kind of a beach song here. I left my songbook at home on purpose. I'm not going to play any of my standard stuff that I usually, you know, chunk along out of the book. Sorry, Johnny, I know you wanted to hear Blue Moon and chunk style, but this is kind of a fun thing that I made up. So, here you go. I'd like to dedicate the song to Buford because he has the least heard name I've heard all year.
Least heard, that's true. Unique.
All 3 minutes. Thank you.
Danny Ames, ladies and gentlemen. And now let's get ready for this next lady who has been coming here for a while now. You all know what a mimic is? A mimic? A mimic is a person that can alter their voice, change the shape of their voice to sound like other people. This person, she is not only a mimic, but she does beatbox. She not only does beatbox, but she tells stories. She does improvisation. I mean, my God, what does this woman not do? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our stage, Dr. Dream and her Sonic Imaginorium.
Thank you. Give her a moment to get set up. Put your hands together for Dr. Dream one more time.
Yes, my name is Dr. Dre. And the doctor is Anyway, I am the imagination mover. And as this imagination mover, I'd like to take everyone's collective imaginations and put you all in the body of a traveler. And right now, you're on a passenger train. And you're watching the surrounding forest, the mountains, all this beautiful mountainous landscape before you. And you're able to see all this because you're on the observation car. It's rather crowded right now. Why, hey, get out of here! It's a little much, but you're trying to enjoy things. And you're noticing as the train kind of makes a bend there, it's going into a mountain train tunnel. And of course, it goes through, and of course, the car you're on temporarily goes black. And now you can't see a thing, and as you come out of the tunnel, you notice that everything's changed, because in front of you there's nothing but what looks like at first like a desert. At least on three sides, it's just this flat sand. But then you notice up ahead as you're looking, looks like a huge ocean. And it's going, the train, the engine is going into the ocean. And you're watching as the cars, one by one, go in, including yours. And now, you're underneath the ocean. But you're still on the track. And the track leads to what looks like a tunnel. And you're going into the tunnel. And once again, it all gets black. And what's been weird is during the blackout, all those people that you were on the car with disappeared too. And it's really weird. And now you can't see your hand in front of your face, but now you're coming out of the tunnel, and daylight has returned, and you can't see your hand in front of your face, and you can see in front of you, and what you see but the mountains, and that forest that you saw before. Yeah. And you notice all the people are back again. And they act as if nothing even happened. And what's weird is you can't hear the extraterrestrials that used you as a guinea pig in this mental dysphoria experiment. You can't hear them laughing their asses off at you.
Dr. Dream!
Amazing.
And now I'd like to welcome to the stage, in 3 weeks, this person will be our feature. Welcome, Daryl Jones.
So these little people, seem to be having trouble, like most little people, keeping their feet on, shoes on. But they need to hinge, and then they're going to be puppets. And they have their elbows. They're little porcelain dolls that I found on the street in the Tenderloin, brand new from '89. They just aren't going to come to life and start singing. And my friend Henry Chan has promised to be part of the show, and he's teaching me some Chinese show tunes and TV show tunes, and it should be great fun. He's a dancer into the martial arts, and we may do some shadow stuff. So, and Dr. Dream may do some sound, and we may do some, I don't know what. It should be fun. But that's in the making, and they need little, they need a stage and home, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, this was a big day. I got to play in the Asian Art Museum, where they have this, 5-story high room, and it's all this beautiful tiles, and just play with my little bells and play with my little movements. And so that was good, and I wrote one of the big O's. At least I started it in the writing class. And I'll probably end with that, but that's a letter that I'm writing to Oprah. And I've had brain damage, and it's kind of hard for me to write because I didn't write. I was raised in a family you should be seen and not heard. So I've been fighting for the kids, fighting for the voice, and for the return of good values. But anyway, this was from my experience in Starbucks this morning with a little child. I like to adopt little children and get to play. Does it tickle your fancy, little one, when your found happy song singer teacher sets boundaries with your wild, loud bell playing in Starbucks? No, of course not. It takes a couple of songs to quell the disconcertation of Mom at the loo and Dad at his cell again. She does her hanging and literal tickling and tea-high laughter before you melt. It's not an acceptance hesitation. just a different line of travel to the lessons in gameplay and boredom. But it does end in kiss, smile blowing. When you're touched with acceptance and the show flows, the kids watching felt it. It really, really, really grows. Receiving in through all our senses, but opening gates to our hearts needs the acceptance, felt with gifts from a loving, evolved friend. An adept drill sergeant may serve a purpose to a soldier, developing the hardening necessary to survive. But the softening into breath and love will carry the soldier through life's battles unscathed, carrying the banner of exaltation. The intertwining soft and hard, power and sensitivity, to reach the flow getting, comes to us humans through the duo blessing. The Tao of the armed goddess, as she blesses. Be well, travel safely. God bless us, everyone. Ta-da. In the museum, there's this goddess, and she actually has 16 arms. I've never seen it before, but she's the goddess D-U-O. And I think I'll just end with that and let you maybe hear my Oprah letter next time. Thanks.
Daryl Jones, ladies and gentlemen. So next week will be Kevin McGee. So please come a little bit before 7 o'clock so you can listen to his entire set for half an hour. And I'm just so glad that everybody came tonight. What's been happening in the summertime is everyone's going out, and I notice it isn't until the sun actually sets that we see people coming in here. So those of you who live under rocks can come anytime, and the rest of you crawl in here at night. What we try to do is, if new people come, we try to put them up front, and with people who do wordsmithing, we like to put a singer in between, in case you know what I wanted to know what I was doing. But I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming and supporting what we're doing here. This has been going on since 1973, ladies and gentlemen. I think it is the longest continuous running open mic. I know that the poets have been doing it a year longer. They started in 1972 doing the poetry, and that they never had any problems with ASCAP, as we did, so they have been doing it continuously on through. So I'd like to say, I'm thankful for your smile. I'm thankful for your wink, that little twinkle in your eye. I'm thankful for the music in your soul. When I'm feeling incomplete, you make me whole. I'm thankful for your touch. You see the little things you do for me that always mean so much. Like being here and always being true. For this and so much more, I thank you. I'm thankful for your fire. The passion of your spirit never ceases to inspire me. I'm thankful for this moment that we share, and for a chance to let you all know I care. So when you feel like no one wants you, know that you're my lucky star, and I am thankful for you just the way you are. Good night, Granny Rose, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. Next time.
Very nice note.
I like them when they start out slow and they get better.
Yeah, no, that's built up really
There's
good.
something special about that.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you for coming. It's such an honor to have you. And it's about fucking time.
I'm glad. I'm on vacation the next couple of weeks, so I could make it. It's an honor to be here. It's very nice. And thank you for the very encouraging things you said about me as well.
Thank you.
Just a couple minutes, I don't have.